Hi, I'm Shannon Baker and I'm here at Makerspace of Greenville, where creators are encouraged to come in, work on their craft, and learn something new.
My name's Darby George. I'm the founder and director of Makerspace of Greenville. So in 2019, I was looking for a place where I could build and create, and there's nothing like that around here. I had been talking with my wife and she suggested maybe I should start one. And 5 months later, we opened. So it seemed like everything was destined for me to actually do this. Not a big believer in destiny, but it was pretty cool how quick it came together. So we have a lot of members. Most of them either don't have the space or the budget to create their own workshops. And that's kind of where we fill that void. You know, they can come in for a fraction of the price of what they would use to actually create their own shop. And you know, we have the wood shop and the metal shop and various other tools that they can use. So a lot of the larger cities have maker spaces, and there wasn't one here. We got really lucky when we were looking for a place and we found something larger than what we thought we originally needed, which was great because we quickly filled that space. You know, in the future we need a bigger space, so we'll probably end up doubling in size somewhere down the road. I like to do all kinds of things. Woodworking is probably one of my favorites. 3D printing and weathering props, things like that, is probably very close second. I retired from the Navy after 21 years. That was back in 2013. I served on submarines and aircraft carriers, and I worked solely in nuclear propulsion. The hesitation people have to actually come in and start is just not knowing what they're getting into, or not knowing, you know, how to actually start with the tool. And you know, I'm here during the week, so when we have new members come in, I'm always, you know, available to help them with new tools they might not be familiar with. We do a lot of classes. One of our best classes we've had was the blacksmithing. It's probably the most popular class. We're currently looking for a new blacksmith right now, but we're always looking for new ideas for classes so we can expand what we can do for the community. We just provide, you know, the tools and the space to work. Our members have to bring their own materials, but we supply everything else. Several of our members actually run their businesses out of here. So we have rental spaces, and you know, they come in, they create, and they sell things at local markets and online. We have a CNC plasma cutter. Basically it works by, you bring a shape into the software and it can cut it. So with the plasma cutter, it's really hard to get, like when you do it handheld, to get straight lines and get details. The CNC part does really well as far as bringing in your shape and getting you a good product at the end. One of our friends actually stopped by. He had the table. It was a drag knife table that was being repurposed and disposed of. So we got it from him, actually stripped all the electronics off, the motors, rebuilt it, and now it works for what we want it to. Right, so we have kids classes. We've worked with the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts to bring them in. They've had meetings here. We've done projects. I believe the last 2 years we had Cub Scouts of Winterville. We're actually here working on their Pinewood Derby cars. We do other classes. I do intro to woodworking for kids. We have homeschool groups and, you know, groups on the weekend so they can come in if they're in class during the week. And you know, we have a simple project they can do in 2 hours, and you know, they leave at the end of that time with their project. We're always open to receiving donations of tools. If you have equipment that you don't use anymore that is in, you know, decent shape, that can be repurposed and reused here, you know, we're always welcome to that, and that helps us out greatly. We're always looking to bring in more equipment. We've gotten a lot of tool donations, generally small tools. Someone donated their garage to us before, but the catch was we had to come help clean it out, which we did. We got a lot of tools out of it. So we find that word of mouth works really well to get, you know, people to understand who we are and what we do. And a lot of our classes, people will talk about it later to their friends, and then their friends come in and realize that, you know, they can build stuff here and learn more about us.